Dave Benz and Jim Brogan with you as Santa Clara has come all the way back from a 20-point halftime deficit to take a 1-point lead, and they've limited San Diego to just 11 points here in this second half in the first 16 minutes and 30 seconds of it, Jim. A great defensive effort.
That conversation that Kerry Keating had with his players so far worked out, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and the second half with those technical fouls didn't look like it was going to go in Santa Clara's favor, but, you know, you said maybe you take that to fire up your team, and you wonder if that had an effect. And there's another near turnover forced by Santa Clara, and they do come up with the basketball, and they are going to rule it a turnover because it's a shot clock violation. And the basketball will go over to the Broncos. Chance to build on their lead. The scoring here in the second half, 32-11 in favor of Santa Clara. If you're Bill Greer, you got to be scratching your head. Now we got to whistle some contact down low away from the basketball. And that's going to be Trevor Fuller.
Ben Dowler really going at it down there, throwing elbows, and the referee just said that's enough. And now both teams are going to be in this one-on-one situation, but Trevor Fuller doesn't back down, and he's a strong player, and they're both trying to get their position, and you wonder how you call that right there.
Well, Ben Dowell, it's been an adventure at the free throw line, and it continues tonight. He's now 0 for 4 from the charity stripe.
Well, I think the Trails know who they're going to foul when it comes down to the time they have to.
Yes, normally 66% on the season is Dowell, so it's been a rough night for the Australian. You know, here's where what we talked about earlier comes into play, Jim, as the ball is battered away out of bounds. It's going to stay with San Diego. We talked about at the onset, Bill Greer saying, you know what, it's all about confidence for his team, and having that confidence that you're going to close out games and be able to win games. And even with a 20-point lead, you got to wonder how fragile that confidence is, because now they're down again.
Yeah, that's a great point. And they haven't done it very well. They haven't really done it at all. So all of a sudden I'm in that situation again. I'm not used to it, so how am I supposed to do it?
Shot clock down under 10 yet again. They get it to Rancifer for a three. And the Bay Area native comes up with a big bucket. And it is San Diego back on top by 2 now.
You got to be able to answer. Ken Rancifer, he put the pen to the paper and said, here, give me the chance. I'm going to come through for you. But the Raiders have to come back down and play some hard-nosed defense if they want to stay in this.
Oh, look at the dunk for Trasolini. A big answer for Santa Clara, and we're knotted back up at 54.
Guess who's involved in that play? Troy Payne, looking up the whole time.
Payne has been all over the floor in this second half. So now San Diego, under 2 minutes to go. We knew they'd be in this game. We didn't expect it was going to take this road to them being in it, but it's anybody's game with 1:53 to go. Miles working out Foster. Shot clock under 10. And the handle is lost. And here comes Santa Clara, and who came up with the basketball yet again? Troy Payne.
You just can't understand the value that this young man brings to the Broncos and the things that he does, being able to suddenly steal balls, get your hands on the ball, push it. And this right now is an unsung hero right there on a game like this, and just using his strength. And that fall right there would have put you and me in the hospital.
Kevin Foster involved there too. Obviously the player that knocked that ball free. So now Payne at the free throw line, 1 for 2 on the night. Looking to get into double digits, and that's not going to help.
You can just feel it right now in this arena. People are just going, oh no, we're back at the foul line.
Well, and we talked about this before the game. You get to the free throw line, this stage of the game, your arms start getting awfully heavy. That basketball feels like a brick. And Payne gets it to go, and now he is in double digits. 10 points on the night for Troy Payne.
Now it's going to come down to both teams really executing offensively. Bill Greer is going to take care of that right now by calling a timeout, Dave.
Yeah, Bill Greer uses the timeout, and they'll still have one more remaining. So a 1-point lead for Santa Clara as both teams head to the huddle. And you got to wonder if San Diego can pull one out, something they haven't done all season. Hey, this season the West Coast Conference launched its Represent campaign. WCC student athletes, coaches, and administrators, plus fans, will work together to build a culture of positive sportsmanship in which every individual commits to best representing the conference, their school, their team, and themselves. The West Coast Conference Represent. So if you're in the huddle, what are you telling your guys right now if you're Bill Greer?
Well, they're going to try to run that backdoor play if they possibly can. Stay up top. If that doesn't work, let's get the ball either to Cameron Miles or Darian Norris and see if you can run that pick and roll at the top. See if you can also get that backdoor play, what we used earlier on the illustrator, because they got to get something easy from the inside.
And again, San Diego at the bottom of the WCC standings, just one win. LMU 1-10. San Diego would fall to 1-10 if Santa Clara can hold on to this 1-point lead. They're looking to get their second win. So the Toreros would love the upset, but they got some work to do in these final 82 seconds.
When you look at those standings, the position of where you are is going to be crucial. Where you might go to bye, and who you play at that level. You'll play the 1 seed, the 2 seed.
Absolutely. Ginty driving in with the shot clock under 7, and they're going to call a blocking foul down low. And that's not going to be good for Santa Clara because Ginty, one of the best free throw shooters on San Diego.
Devin Ginty knew he had to go because the shot clock was winding down, and a little bit of a bailout there. And the fouls we've seen today as far as offense, and Kevin Foster looked like he had position.
Third foul of the game on Kevin Foster. Ginty, nothing but net. Now 20 points in the game for Devin Ginty, just 3 off of his career high. Tressolini checks back into the ball game now for Kerry Keating as Lee Harrison takes a seat on the bench. Ginty gives San Diego back the lead. Just over a minute to go here from the Levy Center. Toreros looking for just their 6th win of the season. Santa Clara trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak after they had won 5 in a row before the back-to-back against San Francisco and St. Mary's. Foster picks up the dribble and then gets it right back. Foster, the gift for Rockamore. Open 3 on the wing. He's got it. Huge 3 for Evan Rockamore, the freshman. Puts the Broncos back on top by 2.
Darian Norris just didn't get out there quick enough, and everyone's really focused on Kevin Foster, and all of a sudden he just passes it back out and squared up. Everyone's paying attention to Foster right there. You can see it. Just dishes it back out. Darian Norris just doesn't get over there quick enough, and the young freshman knocks down the 3.
Yeah, how about the freshman? A lot of teams wanted him, but they all wanted him to go to prep school. They wanted him to put on more weight. And he said, I want to play right now. So he held out, thought about going to prep school. At the last minute, Santa Clara had something fall through with another player. They said, hey, can you come from Vegas and join our team? And he said, I'd be glad to. And boy, what a difference he's made, especially after Robert Smith decided to leave the program.
Amazing. 39% from three-point line, 80% free throw shooter. And, you know, you can see he's got great touch. He also catches the ball at the seams, and he's got that shooter's mentality. So Kerry Keating's got a nice 1-2 combination with these 2 guards.
And you look at the final moments here, you figure if you're going to go to the foul line, you want the ball in Kevin Foster or Evan Rockamore's hands because both players over 80% at the free throw line this season. So Kerry Keating probably making that point of emphasis with his guys right now. Let's keep it in the hands of our guys that we know are good at the free throw line.
Well, you see interesting what Bill Greer does here, because if he can create some type of foul, the clock stopped. Now all of a sudden you can score 2 points with the clock stop. You can tie the game, but this will be interesting. See how fast he goes. You got a 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, 5 seconds would be awfully quick for a team that's been running it down all night, but we'll see.
Smart play by Kerry Keating. He's going to bring a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, try to take some time off the clock.
So Norris gets picked up by Payne. As you said, a 5+ second differential on the shot and game clock. Norris, little head fake into the corner for 3, off the iron. Rancifer inside, gets the rebound and tried to call timeout. Did they give it to him? No, they're not giving. He tried to get the timeout, Jim. They didn't give it to him. They're saying Santa Clara basketball.
You can't fall out of bounds and try to call a timeout, so Guerrero's going to have to foul here as quick as they possibly can.
Dowdle inbounds it, and they get it to Rockmore. Too much time going off the clock here. San Diego's got to hurry.
And you knew exactly what Rockmore was doing there. He did not want to pass the ball because he knows, hey, I'm an 80% free throw shooter. I'm going to keep the ball in my hands.
And how about the threes from Rockmore? I mean, this isn't a guy that's playing like a freshman. Here's another look at Ransford trying to get the timeout. The ball went off the wall, though.
Credit the effort, though.
All right, so these are big free throws. A chance to make it a two-possession game if he can get them both to go. See, the free throws tonight have not been good for Santa Clara, but Rockmore just ice in his veins on that one.
You can tell just his body language right there. The confidence. He's like, this is no big deal to me. I broke the single-season record for free throws for a freshman. Give me the ball.
They see it 5 for 5 for Rockmore tonight. He's got 11 points and make it 12. Two-possession game. San Diego's going to have to get something quick.
He's got a lot of moxie.
Norris for Ransom for a long three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Santa Clara, and ball out of bounds. Last touch by San Diego? No, they say last touch by Santa Clara. It's going to still be San Diego basketball, so still a chance here, but they got to get a quick bucket. Do you go for a three here, Jim, or whatever you get?
You get whatever you can get right now. Just get the ball in bounds.
Norris, Ginty for three. Off iron, no good. Rebound to Santa Clara. Payne pulls it down. He's quickly fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line, and that's about all she wrote. What a comeback.
Are you surprised who got that rebound?
Not at all. Oh, completely apropos that Troy Payne would come down with that rebound, and look at Chris Gabriel. His expression says it all. A 20-point halftime lead for San Diego, and the Toreros cannot believe it. They are going to fall to 5-21 on the season. They will lose for the 5th time this season when they've had the lead at halftime. Payne off the back of the iron, no good, but it's not going to matter as it's a two-possession game.
This is something I'm sure Kerry Keating is going to really address with his players. The amount of time and effort they've got to put into some free throw shooting time.
Payne misses them both, and that's it. 60-56, our final here at the Levy Center. Santa Clara comes all the way back in unbelievable second half. They outscore San Diego 40-16 in the second half to get this win.
And just the look on Ben Dow's face, he was shaking his head, said he couldn't believe it. He just looked over, he says, I can't believe we just won this.
I think a lot of people here can't believe it, me and you included. It's been a wild and woolly one. We're back with more after this quick timeout.